Lingua Latina Tutorials with Mr. K. This is chapter 44, lesson 4, and here we are at line 247. Follow along as I read aloud. Servius Tullius Rex Factus. Duo de quadragesimo ferme anno, ex quo regnare coiperat Tarquinius, non apud regem modo, sed apud patres plegmque in maximo honore Servius Tullius erat. Tum, anci filii duo, qui semper pro indignissimo habuerant, se tutoris fraude patrio, regno pulsos esse et regnare Romae advenam, regi insidias paraverunt, ex pastoribus duo ferocissimi ad vacinus delecti in vestibulo regiae maximo cum tumulto tu, rixam simulant atque omnes lictores regios in se convertunt. Inde cum ambo regem appellarent clamorque eorum penitus in regiam pervenisset, vocati ad regem pergunt. Okay, read through that section in Latin, and let's translate. Here we have an ordinal number, duo de quadragesimo, and that would be the same as duo de quadraginta, but here we are counting, so it's the 38th. In nearly the 38th year, from which Tarquinius had begun to rule, not only with the king, but also with the patricians and plebeians, Servius Tullius was in the greatest honor. And so that's just an idiom there, which you could probably figure out what that means. To be in the greatest honor means to be very well respected. So you could translate Servius Tullius was very respected, was in the greatest honor. Then the two sons of Ancus, filii duo Anci, who always had held very indignantly, okay, literally had always held for a very dishonorable thing, that they were driven out, pulsos esse, by the fraud of their tutor, by the deception of their teacher, from their father's reign. And they were also indignant, they also had held as very dishonorable, that, and so we're still in indirect speech here, that's why we had se here as our subject, and pulsos esse as our verb. And they held as dishonorable that an advenam, a foreigner, regnare, was ruling Romae locative at Rome. They prepared plots against the king. Okay. From shepherds ex pastoribus, two very fierce guys, chosen for the deed, for the crime. What do? In the vestibule, or in the entryway of the kingdom, with a huge uproar, pretend a fight, or fake a fight. And they turn all of the king's lictors onto themselves. Thence, when both of them appeal to the king, and their shout had reached the inner parts into the palace. Penitus is an adverb, so it's not like a nominative second declension noun. It's actually adverbial, so it doesn't change form, meaning into the inner parts. Having been summoned, they go on to the king. Okay, so go ahead and try reading through that part, the rest of this on your own, and remember to read it 3 times. Read it through in Latin out loud, and then read through with the translation, and then try to read with better understanding in the Latin itself and understanding it as Latin without doing too much translation in your mind or out loud. Buona fortuna.